Well, it's time.
Yeah, it's 5 past. I think it's time to start. So if everybody's ready, let's go.
Ready.
All right.
You're ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready. Okay, so then we can go to the next slide. So, all right. So today, starting today, the star of the day. So that 3 of us, we have Shadi. She will be today our sales director, so checking on Killian's and my sales job. Then we do have Killian today. He will be acting as the sales engineer, and myself, I will be today the talent acquisition specialist. All right, so that's the presentation for the 3 of us. Then a very, very easy summary for this today's webinar. So first, it will be lights, camera, action. So for those of you who are already familiar with the format of those webinars, the aim is to give you a kind of show to tell you everything about the features of BoondManager, for the CRM. And then we are going to try to recreate your work life and then your routine at work. In this webinar, we're going to show you how to lead your meetings, how to create opportunities, and then find the appropriate profiles using real case scenario. Also, we'll see how to plan interviews, how to present candidates to clients, and obviously how to follow up on your positionings. Finally, as usual, we'll answer all of your questions at the end of the webinar. So now it's just time to sit back and just enjoy the show.
So, okay, just one little extra slide before we get started. For those of you who have the habit of joining us to webinar, it's the prerequisites slide that explains why our interface may differ from yours at the moment. For the good conduct of what we are going to present you today, we have made specific settings to introduce you to a certain number of functionality and features, such as creation of templates for action and emails, or creation and configuration of states, to mention a few. So if it doesn't look like your interface, that's perfectly normal. And now we can get started.
All right, so once upon a time, on a Monday morning, it's time for our sales and recruitment weekly meeting.
Hey, good morning, everyone. How are you doing today?
Great, great. We had a lovely weekend.
It was good,
well
and you?
Rest? I'm perfectly fine. I'm super happy to be with you guys today. And I mean, let's kick the week with a little review of what's going on and what happened last week. And for that, we will be going into Boond, of course.
Let's do that.
Good idea.
Starting with, of course, reporting and synthesis. And the first things I'd like to check with you, and for that, I'm going to use Save Search. It's the sales reporting. So it will be all about you, Killian. Is that okay with you?
It's
okay. It's your time to shine.
I'm confident. You can go ahead.
Okay, so let's have a look at the total of number of projects you created, and you actually did an amazing job. You're going higher and higher every week, and you are exceeding the objectives that I set up for you. So I might need to high up that. That would be cool. But congratulations, you did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Let's see, what else do we have? Total number of projects in progress was still at 11. So maybe you could have a look also at the incoming deliveries to check that all the dates are actually correct. That could be something important as well for you to do this week.
Okay, noted.
Perfect. And let's have a final look at all your different actions. Meetings, you did a lot of them, so that's cool. And you have a lot of them planned for this week. So again, amazing comparing to the objective. And okay, we need to have a little bit more client presentations and mission monitoring. So that would be a next step to higher up. And something I can see that is a bad habit. You have an overdue to do in Boond.
Oh, my bad. But yeah, okay, I will take it. No matter.
Remember, you can go to the action modules to have a look at all the reminders that are in the past. That's where you can check. Maybe you did it already and forget about it. So
yeah, I forget, but I know that I have a filter, right, to check all my past to do, right?
Perfect. Yeah, right in the actions and modules, you will find that.
Got it. Thank you.
Perfect. Moving on to you, David, now, and we will be using again the Safe Search and would be recruitment reportings. I'm not very worried about you because you're doing always a stellar job. And again,
thank you, Shadi.
you crashed the score. You 8 new candidates last week, so that's quite amazing. I was expecting 5. Again, I might need to be a little bit sharper on the objective.
No, don't do that.
No, but I'm seeing that everything is going great. You have also fun interviews and physical interviews exceeding expectations. Anything you want to share with the team, maybe about the action and the thing that you did last week? Anything we need to know?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, I'm quite happy because I've dealt with all of my pending candidates because, as you know, the last weeks, have been very, very busy. I was a bit behind schedule, but now I'm up to date. So everything's going great. I've got more interviews to come. So again, quite busy, but yeah, I'm updated. I'm glad. I just hope that it continues this way. Just fingers crossed.
Let's keep. Okay, whose phone is that? Who forgot to turn off the phone during the presentation?
Oopsie. Sorry, that's me. But curiously, I don't know this number. Maybe CPF or something like that. No matter. I will call back later.
Killian, wait. How come, Killian, you don't know the number of the person's calling you? You haven't downloaded the BoondManager application on your mobile phone?
No, I recently switched phone.
And you didn't put it back in?
All right. Oh my God.
bad.
That's really bad because, this app is amazing. You have to use it. You have to use it. I use it for my recruitment tasks for the CRM. I wanted to mention to you that, one of the best thing about it is that every time somebody calls me, I have their first and last name, displaying on the screen. I also get the name of their company. So that's, really convenient. Well, don't worry. In the meantime, what you can do, very lucky because in BoondManager, you can use the, phone number to be looking for someone. So just, you can do that.
Wait, I didn't notice that.
All right, okay, let me show you. So here, we are in the CRM module, and then in the search bar, I can change, the type of keywords I'm going to use. So here it's phone number. What I advise you when you do that is just to use the, the last digits because it's easier. So maybe now you can give me the last 4 digits of the person who called you.
Yeah, wait. It's I think it's 3344.
All right, let's have a look.
Oh, that's amazing.
My God.
Oh,
it's Elon
that
again.
makes sense. So this app just recognized the number right away from the Boom database. And I'm a little bit ashamed to have missed this syllable because, my God, that's Elon Musk. And you know what? I think he just sent me a text right now.
Oh,
look
did
at
he?
that. Yeah, look.
Let's have a look.
So he say, hello, Killian, need a senior technical project manager people as soon as possible. I will send you all the info by email. It's very urgent. Please call me tomorrow at 2 p.m. without fail. Your Elon. He's really kind.
So good. That's great news.
What a way to start a Monday morning and to make everybody happy. So what should you do with that?
Instinctively, I will say, first of all, I will say create an action. So I will go in action like this one. I will put call, and the purpose here is to keep track of what he said to me on the text.
Perfect.
After that, I think I can use a double action on the right of save to create a to-do action, maybe.
Yeah, you don't want to forget to call him tomorrow.
Yeah. So I will put it to call him back after the daily meeting to have more information about what he wants.
Perfect. I can't recall, have we worked with Elon Musk before? I know it was all we could talk about for a while a couple of months ago, but
I think
maybe
so.
Boon can tell us more.
Yeah. So I can see on opportunities. So we have 4 opportunities, 3 who is 1 and 1 abandoned. For my defense,
it wasn't you.
Look. If you notice, the manager is Wallace Michel, so it's not me.
You would have never lost one, that's for sure.
Never.
No.
Always Chantel Killian is there. Yeah. So I will want another one. So let's create a new opportunities.
Perfect.
Create up and Elon, he's a foreigner because I receive all the detail by email. So here I will put the title, Senior Technical Project Manager, states hot, like me, for
As
sure.
hell.
And here I can copy past the description and the criteria. Hop. I have also the projected budget, so it's 750 up.
Not too bad, not too bad.
No, it's good. He have money. And here I can put to not forget the start date because he says soon as possible. So I will put in 1st November.
Makes
So
sense.
here, save it. And now I have good habits. Here, I propose to increase how our team works by sharing with the share icon here up. And I will share to sales team because
You
the
read my
more,
mind.
yes, the more we are, the more we have changed to succeed. So guys, check this out.
Perfect.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready for that.
It's gonna be amazing, I'm sure.
Nobody's ready for that. We can pop the champagne if we manage to sign
We
another one.
will
That
on
would be
Friday.
fun. Mark my words. Okay. So now that it's done, maybe we can have a little look as well to opportunities by going back to the dedicated modules.
Yep.
Good idea.
That way we can check also what's going on. And normally we already have safe search called ongoing needs. So that would be helpful to have a global view of what's going on. And another thing that we can do, because now everything is filtered properly, is with the state that we need to keep an eye on. Maybe we can tidy the states first to see what is hot, as Killian says. Hot as hell. So we need to keep tracks of those in priority. Maybe also, if you have some time this week, call the 2 first that are actually in cold to see what's going on with them. Why nothing has been moving on with them, because that's quite problematic. And of course, hot, top priority for today's. Make a few phone calls and see what's going on. And the other column that would be quite important for us today would be active positionings. Because I think, well, I'll let that pass because we just registered Elon Musk. So of course you don't have any active positioning at the moment. But yeah, you also have a couple of others that have no positioning. So if you could check it out and let me know what's going on with that, or maybe ask David for help, that would be amazing. What do you think?
With pleasure. I will work on Elon. I got it. So maybe I will call an expert. Yeah, Elon first. So I will call an expert. Maybe let me check David. Any help to find the perfect and suitable candidates?
Who else could help you with that? I am your expert. You know that. Just count on me. I'm just we're amazed that we've got that opportunity. So just we broke this.
I'm glad too.
Count on me.
Perfect. Well then, smooth transitions is smooth transitioning. So we can actually go and have a look at candidates modules.
Yep.
Going back to your expertise, David. And we have a filter as well for that. So normally to safe search and being able to check the candidate with a planned action within the months.
Yeah, that's correct.
And in Kanban view, that way it's super visual and we can see already everything that you have planned about it.
Yep, that's
Anything
correct.
Specific you want to mention today?
Not really. So here, there are my candidates with my coming up actions. Quite important. I've got one, in the States proposal to be sent. So I need to take care of that first because, it's quite urgent. But then it's just my, usual actions for interviews and things like that. But actually, there is something very important I wanted to say because I think that Killian's need just comes along at just the right time. I talked to a candidate yesterday. She's amazing. She's got a super profile and I'm quite confident that she will totally answer Elon's need right now.
Where is she?
Oh, just, it's not that I forgot, but we talked yesterday quite late. I didn't have the time to create a profile yet in BoondManager, and we do have a phone interview coming up tomorrow.
Okay.
So maybe, I don't know, can we do that together? What do you think?
Sure, of course. Easiest way to add her up in like 2 seconds top into BoondManager would be using a LinkedIn profile if you have it at hand.
I've just sent it to you.
Perfect. Let's copy paste and see what happened.
This is her. This is her.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
you know,
amazing.
if you have a
good.
quick look at her profile, you'd see that, you know, top-notch experience. Great.
Okay, so yeah.
She already worked for PayPal. That's a good point.
That would be quite perfect.
I know. Mhm. So maybe that we could add her now. Yeah.
You made
Yeah,
a good
we could
job.
add her with the little widgets. That's why we can already straight it up. Oh, let's see what's going on.
You're just loading. Yeah.
I just need to log under my profile.
Welcome, James.
Oh, hi there.
We love James, but it's not James that we need at the moment.
No,
It's
we want to
Rihanna.
add Rihanna. Yeah.
He won't fit Helen's need.
No, he won't.
Perfect.
Okay, let's just log in again.
Let's just log in again.
You know, that's the first one we add this morning, so it's here, yeah.
And now it's gone. Perfect.
There we go.
Cool.
So just pay attention when you use the widgets, because you know, Kilian, it's also work for CRM parts and clients. So that could be interesting for you, that
Yeah.
to pay attention to the name. So here it's a lady, so we need to change it for Mrs. You can check the titles as well. Anything that it can grab from LinkedIn would be added up here, and we will stay in the States to deal with. If that's okay with you, David, that way you can have a look at it straight away when you arrive back to the to Boond. And let's go. Let's head up.
Yep. You know, yesterday, you know, I didn't have the time to add her into the system, but there is something I did that, you know, I took the time to create her anonymous CV to share with clients. So maybe, you know, I've just sent it to you. So then if you want, we can add it to her profile. Yeah.
Let's go back, because usually it's good practice anyway. When we go and add somebody thanks to LinkedIn or with a resume, it's always good to come back and have a look at what was loaded into the system. So that way we can add the phone number as you're just doing right now. And indeed, I don't know how much time you have at night to sleep with everything that you've done, but that's okay with me. Let's add up the resume as well using our very own colors.
I just wanted to impress you.
Well, you manage, and it's barely 11, so I'm quite impressed. Awesome. And so do you think that maybe now we should move along, if that's okay with you, to actions, maybe add the one that you already had yesterday with her, and also invite her for your next conversations?
Yep, that's correct. So first, maybe we can add the action for the quick phone call that we had yesterday. So that was a phone conversation, a call here. Maybe just like, you know, not first to lose time. I can just maybe put the details like, you know, later, just maybe right now, you know, great fun conversation, and I will just add all of the details later.
Perfect.
And then straight away, I'm going to use the double click action button, you know, while saving. I'm going to create my to-do for tomorrow because we do have the phone interview, which is planned for tomorrow. So that will be for the 12th. I'm going to use, you know, I've got a template, sorry, that we created for that. So I can already use it to pre-fill my action here. And not to forget here, I'm going to add this to my calendar because, you know, I've synchronized, you know, Kilian, I don't know if you've seen that, but you can synchronize your calendar with your action. So then you can add the events directly into your Google or Microsoft. Okay. And as I'm going to invite Rihanna, so it's also in her calendar, you know, let's just change the title for it to be just great. There you go. And of course, like, you know, I'm not going to forget to add Rihanna here.
And just so you know, Kilian, you can also invite other people even if they are not registered in the systems. So we could add the other email address right here.
That's cool.
That's correct.
Did you have any specific things to ask her that you want to remember? Maybe anything that you checked on the resume that you want to keep tracks of?
I usually just like, you know, put here, like, you know, in that spot, like, you know, here you can actually, you know, there is the main content of the action, which is just for ourselves, you know, in BoondManager, you know, where she will not see that. But then if I want to share just something with her, I can use the other, like, you know, section, the one just under the guests, just like, you know, hello, Rihanna, as agreed, you know, I will call you on your mobile phone for, like, you know, following up on our conversation. So I can just put that here. And then at least, you know, she would get, you know, some detail in the event in the calendar. Yeah.
Okay. See, if I understood good, the first square on the top is for communicated with Rihanna, and the second one is for you, only for you.
That's correct.
Okay. Got it.
So now it's everything here. We can save that second action. All right. And something else that we can do, which is very, very convenient here in the system, is that we can send email directly from Rihanna's profile here.
Mhm.
So I can click on the the icon next to her email, just right there. That will open up the emailing application. Again, just for me to do that very quickly, I've got a template to confirm so it's the following up on your application. There you go. So here, it's already just that, I'm not going to send that right now because we are using Keaton's accounts. I just want her to receive it on my behalf. So when I will just log in again, on my own account, I will just do that. That was just to show the Keaton. So, then she will get the email. That will create an action that will be, automatically saved in her profile. So that's just something that you have to use. It's just very, very good.
And you can change the states, right?
Absolutely.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you don't have to do it.
Yeah, so when I send it, then that will be, first interview state, and then, it's just everything done at the same time.
Time saver.
There we go.
Boon made everything easy to remember because everything is
Mm.
linked in that way. You're sure you're not forgetting any details about what you've been doing. But I guess that's a wrap for our meeting of the day, guys. If you have any questions, need any help this week, please let me know. I'll be happy to. And I will keep my finger crossed.
Me too.
For Elon Musk.
All right, thank you guys. So for the first part of this webinar, so let's have a quick recap on the tips to optimize and animate your meeting. So for your meetings and metrics, as we did, you can use the reporting module, the sales and recruitment synthesis, which is very good to follow up on everything. You can use the saved search, which will allow you to save several search criteria, such as keywords, filters. This way you don't have to be constantly doing the same searches and you'll be saving a lot of time, and we all love that. We've seen that there is the Kanban view to visualize at a glance where you're at, in your processes, in your states, in the actions. And obviously feel free to create objectives for your manager in their reporting modules as we did. Then, it's even more motivating for them to do what they have to do. Then in your daily routine, create action and email templates. That's very important. This way you can standardize your internal processes and then you can save a lot of time. Do install and use the LinkedIn plugin. There is no excuse for you not to do that. As you've seen, you can create candidates, you can create contacts, clients, just very quickly. You can also use the calendar extension as we did to create an event in your calendar because they are synchronized with BoondManager. Obviously, then you do have to use the emailing application to send emails, which you will automatically be keeping track of in BoondManager because every time you send something that will create an action. Then you have the share features that Keaton used to easily spread all of the information internally, sharing action, sharing profile, sharing candidates. It's a very good practice to collaborate with your colleagues. And finally, do not forget to use the double action click for the action, when you are saving them. So then you can create another one straight away, just like creating a to-do or sharing the action that you've just saved. All right, so that's a wrap for the first part. So now we can move on. So still the same week, but now we are Wednesday morning.
Cool. Okay, David, let's go.
I'm ready for that.
We have to show to Elon what we are capable, okay? So we're going back to the opportunities from Tesla here. Cool. I'm going to the positioning tab and I will create a positioning with the plus here. So my tab is open. So here, my first habit here is to check if an internal resources are available or not. So I will use a filter here. So I can choose the state enter contract and see who is available. So I have 4 results. And if I click on the column available, I can see that the first is Sylvie and she is available sooner than the others. And Elon Musk told me that he wants somebody quickly and on the 1st of November. So I will.
And I can confirm to that, Sylvie, for sure, she's, I know her well and she's got the good profile. So she can be a good fit.
I saw that. Okay, cool. So yeah, good choice. Now let's check on the candidates databases, and I will maybe use Boolean search and use with the word, sorry, PayPal. And I have to contact, oh, I can see for Adrian, do not contact any more states. So, and maybe I will check the thread discussion. Okay, I'm not convinced by her profile. She doesn't speak English as well. Okay, you're right. Okay, so you already gave a feedback. So
yeah, and she, we haven't been in touch with her for a while, so it's her. I think she won't be a good fit for Elon. So Brianna, I mean, let's go for Brianna for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
so I can
no doubt about it.
Okay, got it. So I will switch the profile with the arrow on the top, and now I'm on the Rihanna Fenty profile. So I will check the TD maybe. Okay, so you give me so much good feedbacks to her. So yeah, let's position her.
Maybe just before we do that, I know that because we've just created a profile, I did not have the time to create a contract simulation, and that will be very useful for you, because when we do that, then that will be very helpful for you to calculate your profitability under positioning. So
cool.
let's create the simulation. So she will get the permanent contract. Let's say that she will start around the 1st of November. She'd be here executive. Her salary, that we are discussing is 67,000.
Ooh,
all right. And now we do have the contract ADC. So you'd see now that will be just great in a few minutes.
Okay.
All right. So sorry about that. Then you can just continue.
No, that's cool. Thank you. So we will add Rihanna now and confirm the positioning. So now we have both positioning. So we have to qualify both. So let's start with the first, and we will click on the line up to enter inside the positioning. Here, I will put the date. So it's 1st November until 31st of December. The ET is 750, and the number of day I will put 38 to have a better occupation rate to prevent potential absences. And I can note it that the ADC came up automatically. So now I have a finished resume.
I told you.
That's cool. It's a time saver again.
Yep.
This platform is amazing. So we're going back to opportunity card with the way on the top, and we will do the same for Sylvie. So yeah, 1st November, 31st December, 750, 38. Okay, that's cool. And we have the ADC came ups and another financial simulation. Perfect. So now I have a resume of all of the profitability. So I can play with the toggle switch button on the right to see which one is cost effective and which one is better. So here, yeah, Rihanna is better for profitability. So I think.
Kylian, she's a bit better. She's a bit more cost effective, but I don't know. Just tell me, because I haven't talked to Elon, but I think it's really worth sending the two profiles. Then we will have the choice, because I know that both of her would perfectly answer the needs. So I would suggest sending both of them if you don't mind.
Yeah. Good idea. So I will select them here, and I will use this an email and send them resumes. So I have a confirmation, Rihanna and Sylvie to Elon Musk. Perfect. Let's continue. And now I will help myself with emailing again. So I can switch automatically the resume and put the resume that I want. Is the one that you drop it last day. Yep. And I can also use a template, potential profile for your next mission. And I can also upgrade automatically the positioning state to CV sent.
That's correct. You're just doing perfect.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I learned my lessons.
Yeah.
So now I can send this email up, and my positioning was upgraded automatically.
Yeah.
All of this information will be registered on action named email and precisely on the opportunity action tabs.
Yeah. So
That's
it's like, you know,
cool.
the same every time you send like, you know, emailing that will create your actions. That's just wonderful.
Yeah, we can track everything. Cool.
Yep. All right. So I think, you know, just now let's keep our fingers crossed. You know, I just, yeah, you know, let's see.
I'm confident about your job. I think Rihanna's gonna fit it.
I think we did a great, you know, job together. So that's it. That should be fine. All right. So now, because, you know, time goes really fast at WebbyBoond and BoondManager, the week is already nearly finished for us. So it's time to smoothly finish it, you know, doing our weekly retrospective. Off we go.
Wait, it's Friday already?
It's Friday already. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Friday
amazing.
then.
Well then, if it's we're gonna sing in front of everybody. So if it's Friday, then it means that it's time to check what happened this week, and we have some news that we need to also have a look at. And right now we'll be going into positioning modules, and well, this view won't be really helpful. So let's first have a go at filter and check the state positionings. Basically, I just need to get out positions and validated as well and not suitable profiles. So all good. We can save that out and we can move to state opportunity. And just take everything except one lost and abandon. Perfect.
We don't want it.
Yeah.
That would be make
No.
it more visual. Okay, to apply. And the last step I could be doing is changing it for the Kanban view. That's where it will be easier to follow during the meetings. And I think that I'm doing that every Friday for the last couple of months. So that's actually quite ridiculous. Let's save it.
I was about to tell you.
Let's save it, right? So let's go to open search and save search and add it as ongoing positioning.
Yeah.
And
It
you know
makes
what?
sense.
I'm sharing it with you guys. That's why you can also follow what's going on. So business engineer,
Thank
that's
you.
way
Thank
can
you,
have
best
it.
boss ever.
Yes.
You're nice. Okay, so here's what's going on. What you do, CV send, client interview, and refusal. Oh, Killian, suspense is killing me. Didn't you hear anything about Elon?
We
Because I
wanna
see that
know.
you positions 2% and send the resume, but nothing happened yet.
Make some suspense. So like we expected for Sylvie, that's a loss.
Oh,
And
no.
for
Okay.
Rihanna,
So
that's
we can drag it up.
yeah. So we can drag it out right away, grab the card and put it on client refusal. It's gonna change the states. Here we come.
Okay,
and for Rihanna, we have a client presentation. So that's
Awesome.
cool.
So, but we need to add it into the system again. I
Yeah.
start to see a pattern.
Yeah. So I think I think we can go on the action.
Okay, let's get in.
And yeah, to keep track on and put an action here and use maybe a template or yeah, client presentation. So the action is going to be duplicated on the Rihanna action tab for candidates profile, and they do the same for contact Elon Lovely Musk.
That's perfect.
And we can save it. I will put the information after.
Yeah.
Okay. Please do remember that, because I know I'm being annoying a little bit with that, but Boond is like your second brain. The more you put inside the system, the easier it is for you to work, not to forget to call back clients, not to forget that you have interviews. So as you said several times, this is time saving, life saving. So please update everything. And I think we are done for today. So now you are free to enjoy your weekend. And I hope to see you bright and early on Monday.
It's go time to grab the beer for Friday.
Yeah, let's go get a beer.
All right. Okay. So now let's have a quick recap on the second part of this webinar and a few tips and tricks reminder. So about the positioning, have you seen it's possible to position candidates on the opportunities, but obviously also resources. And by the way, we advise you to start with resources in order to identify those who would maybe soon be available or in intercontract, as we did for Sylvie. And Safe Search will be very useful to quickly identify them. When positioning the profiles, you can also have a forecast on your margin. If you have created a contract for the candidate or the resource, this will help you choose the best profile to present to your clients. Then for the progression follow-up in the system, use the action and emailing templates to help you keep track of the data, analyze it, and optimize your processes. BoondManager objective is to help you centralize everything by doing everything in the system directly, like thanks to emailing. Sending emails and documents has been simplified. You can change positioning states automatically. And other good reminder, do not forget that thanks to doc templates that we haven't used today, but you can generate customized anonymous CV, for example. Just here a bit of advertising. We have another webinar about doc templates, so feel free to go and watch it. Finally, the Kanban view, which will allow you to easily visualize your sales and recruitment pipe, and then have a clear vision on your data, like creation date, past or coming up actions, number of active positionings. And as you've seen, you can easily adapt the states thanks to drop and drop feature that we use, like say that CV was rejected, or that then Brianna was going to have the first interview with the clients. So that's a wrap. It's finished for today. So we hope that this presentation was to your liking, that you really enjoyed it, that now you have a clearer version on how to use the CRM and all of the features that we presented to you. And obviously, as usual, we have now the question and answer time. So just feel free to ask all of your questions if there are still some unclear things that we presented today. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. And we have a first question.
We do have a first question, yeah.
From Alison.
So the question, Alison, thank you for your question. Hi, is it possible to do this for hourly rates and not daily? So I guess that you are speaking about the, when Killian qualified the positioning, and then that we put the 750 rates for the daily rates. So actually, yes, in the system, you can have, all right, that's correct. Okay, so I do understand the question. And you're welcome for the presentation. So you can actually do that today in the system. When you qualify, you can decide that you have daily rates or hourly rates. So it's possible. We do have, so I'm not sure that we have that in English. I need to check, but we do have a tutorial about this because it's quite a new feature. But yeah, it's available in the system.
Sorry, and I think we have another question as well. And the question was, where do I put my actions models? So actually, you have two different ways of doing it into the systems, because you can create your very own personal models. And so for that, you go click on the name and then configurations. And afterwards, action templates. And from here, you will be able to click on the plus button and create as many templates that you like. So with a name and define which types it belongs to. That's where you're sure to find everything that you need. And so when you create it here, it will be personal. You're the only one having access to, except for particular settings. As you see, you have a status that is custom. On this screen, you saw that there is a different type of template called predefined. That means that it was created by your administrator using the administrator part of the systems. And that's also another possibility. It will be clicking on the name if you have the administrator rights, and then you will straight away see the sections for models, and then you find pretty much the same kind of settings to add up new models.
I think we have another question. Can I do a massive emailing? So we can go on the CRM. Yeah, mass mailing. So we can put a filter to grab prospect people on the states. Yeah, up, apply. And here I can maybe use a Boolean search. And if I want, I can select them all and use also the envelope here and send an email or a resume. But here it's, if I want a resume, I need to go on the candidate to choose which resume I want. I will back Brianna again, up. I can use again a template if I want. And I can also change the resume if I have more, or change the status. If you have several pages, you can select them and go on the bottom of the pages to switch the pages to select the second pages. This is a tip that you do not forget.
And also something interesting, of course, when you do that kind of mailing, people won't see that you contact other people
Yeah.
as well. This
Yep.
is pretty obvious, but it's better to say that out loud again.
Thank you, Charlie.
We have another question from Jessica, asking if we recommend putting every candidate that we are contacting on LinkedIn in the CRM, even if they aren't replying to us straight away. That's a good question. It's true that, we have a lot of clients and they all have different ways to process, and sometimes they decide to put their candidate just like, after a real exchange or straight away, as soon as they contact them for the first email, etc. At least, I think it's not a bad idea to do that. You can put your candidates straight away because, thanks to BoondManager, putting there every candidate, at least you will know that you've already contacted them because they will be in the system, they will have an action. Then you can create notification because you haven't tried to contact them for like 2 months or 2 weeks, whatever, depending on what you want to do. So I think it's a good idea because that would really help you follow up on them, like, chasing them up, writing again, contacting them, calling them again, as long as you manage to have them on the phone or you decide that it's just too late and you just want to give up. So yeah, it's totally workable this way. That's totally fine.
Maybe just some nuance, if you allowed me, by the way. It's just that
Sure.
adding people to the system and to Boon and contacting them and waiting for a reply, sometimes it's also fall into the, I would say the bad word, GDPR. So that's also something that you need to keep in mind if you add them up to the systems that you're allowed to do that. Normally it's LinkedIn information, so it's basically free, of course, but you all have to be mindful with what you are adding up to the systems anyway. But as Cyril, I want to call you David Steele, sorry. As Cyril said, that would be sticking around, I guess. As Cyril said, it's depending on what you would like to keep track of and what's your process inside Boons.
Or just let them know that you've added them into your system. At least they know they are aware of that. So yeah. All right, we have another question. Somebody asked him how you can be efficient and chase up on your prospects. At least to how you can know that you've got prospect in the system that maybe you haven't been contacting or chasing up for a while. We do have a very, very convenient search for that, because when you go to the CRM, to the contact view, then if you go to your filters, just if we go back there to the contact list, then in the paired filter, one of them here is called no action here on the contact, because if you follow the webinar well, you've seen that as soon as you contact someone, you're supposed to create an action. So if it's a phone call, you will create it. If you send an email via emailing, that will create the action on its own. So if you haven't had an action and a contact for a while, it means that you've just forgotten about them. So thanks to that, you can identify maybe the contact that you haven't been in touch with maybe for 3 weeks or 1 month. Then you have them here on the list, and then you can start again calling them or sending email. So that's a very good way for you to constantly be checking on them.
Plus, as Kilian showed just a couple of minutes ago, it would be able to just start to send an email to all of the people you forgot to contact in one go. So again, really
absolutely
easy to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I will have filters. To add more filters, you can also put functional scope or technical scope to your prospect to qualify them, and then propose them good profiles in adequation with their teams.
It's very good to do that. Then you can easily identify them using the keywords. So if you want to match the good prospect, maybe with good profile, with good candidate that you just met, say, oh, look at this person, thanks to their search here, the keyword search, then you can analyze and identify the good prospects and then push them the good profiles, the good candidates or resources. It's very good practice. It looks like we do not have any more questions for the moment. So if you've got more questions, just it's time to do that. Just don't be shy. Just ask all of your questions, or maybe you just like it was so clear that then there is no more question, which is
we made a good job.
I think I got an extra one. The question was because we talk a lot about saved search during the webinar, and we only use the Kanban view or the filter, but you can also create saved search by mixing up filter and keywords as well, and also presetting it to Kanban view. There is no limit to that. You can really work on the perfect filter that you need to use to work faster.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
And maybe, Charlie, you can make some promotion for the next webinar?
Correct, because I think that if nobody else got any questions, indeed, that was our first webinar in English. So we hope you like it, but we are planning to do another one in November. And if I remember well the dates, and you need to save the date, by the way, it will be on the 8th of November in the morning as well. This time we will be talking all about book it. Click on the button, do everything you need to do to be there with us.
Make an alert.
It will be all about recruitment. Make an alert. Or Killian will be calling you nonstop.
Yeah, I will.
The subject for this next webinar would be best practice for recruitment. So another side of the system that would be quite interesting with things to show you the different tips to help you with that. So, of course, we would love to see you again.
Yeah, we would love to see you again there. You won't be disappointed. That's for sure.
Just maybe we can on apps for Gmail calendar. The interfaçage.
That was very French.
I think it's a synchronization.
Synchronization.
This is available for Google and Outlook, so don't hesitate to hit it.
And you have
that we show. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, and if you want to have more information about one application or not, you can help you with the help button on the top here. We start to make some interactive guide too, so it starts to develop it. So you can also go back and search what you want. Like you have all the tutorials, and you can put CRM, you can put also Google if you want to know how to upload it on your platform.
Because today the feature to add events to your calendar was because we synchronized something called G calendar into the systems, and also we can add Gmails, and for Microsoft we also have versions. So feel free to have a look at that because it's really helpful.
Yep, and as we said at the beginning of the webinar, so the recording will be shared with you. So you'd be able to enjoy it again and again. Like, if you want to spread it, watch it, share it to your friends, just feel free. So, even share, it to your teams if they haven't been able to join in today. So yeah, just that will be done. So feel free to reuse it again later.
And maybe one last thing is that you will receive, if you'd be so kind, a little satisfaction survey, just so you know. We can ask you what you thought about this webinar. Would you like to see more? What would you like to see, etc., etc. So if you had just 5 minutes today to answer that, we will be very much grateful.
All right. So I think it's a wrap for today. So thanks again. We were very delighted to have you all today for the webinar. So we are looking forward to seeing for the next one. And so have a good day, everyone.
Have a good day. And thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a good day with Boond.